Hello, this is Tony Hiller from RealClimateScience.com. 15 years ago, The Guardian said that wind and solar power are clean, abundant, and free. They said fossil fuels are running out, and the only real answer to tackling global warming is to use renewable sources of energy. This sentence was interesting. If they think fossil fuels are running out, then why are they worried about global warming? Under their belief system, it would be a self-correcting problem. But in this video, I want to look at their claim that wind and solar power are free. 18 months ago, the UK government said they were going to end all coal power in the country by the year 2024. The UK government has been busy shutting down coal-fired power plants. 2 days ago, The Guardian excitedly announced that UK sets new record for wind power generation. New record of 87.2%, also set for a share of electricity on grid coming from renewables and nuclear. The Guardian says that wind power is free, and they also say that most UK electricity is coming from wind. If you believe what The Guardian says, that should mean that electricity in the UK has become very cheap. But the opposite has occurred. Electricity prices in the UK have skyrocketed. So we might ask, why is free energy so expensive? And not only is energy very expensive in the UK now, but so is food and just about everything else. High energy costs drive the price of everything else up as well. The reason that electricity is so expensive in the UK is because they've become dependent on unreliable sources of energy. Britain sometimes goes for more than a week with almost no wind and therefore almost no wind energy. The country can't shut down for 9 days because the wind's not blowing, so they have to have backup sources of energy. There is a minimum number of conventional power plants which the United Kingdom needs to remain functional, which means that no matter how many wind turbines they build in the United Kingdom, they can never shut down their reliable conventional power plants. Those power plants have to be maintained, staffed, and their boilers kept warm, even if it's a very windy day. There's a high cost to maintaining reliable sources of energy, even if they're not being used. Because of the inherent unreliability of wind, when a new wind turbine is built, it doesn't replace anything. It just adds additional total costs to the grid infrastructure. Wind turbines are expensive to build, transport, install, and maintain. The only way that wind turbines could reduce electricity costs is if they were replacing existing infrastructure, but that cannot occur because wind is not reliable. Free electricity is an imaginary concept. The reality is that electricity has become very expensive in Britain because they've shut down reliable energy sources. And their politicians keep doubling down, making these same foolish mistakes over and over again. Boris Johnson promised to power all UK homes with wind by the year 2030. It should be obvious, even to politicians, that you can't shut the country down if the wind is not blowing. This graph at lower right shows wind power generation statistics for the United Kingdom last year. Low wind activity occurs quite frequently and sometimes for extended periods of time. There's no such thing as free electricity. Look for prices in Britain to continue to increase as their politicians continue to make the same errors. Toto's been barking about this for 15 years. You can visit him, Kyrie, Caesar, Toki, Upala, and the 4 new puppies on the web at RealClimateScience.com.